Welcome back to Africa Rising. Let's get into our debate topic. Is audiovisual a better source of information than books?
I'm Yasmin, and for the debate that audiovisual is better than books.
Okay.
I'm Saku from Strathmore University. I think audiovisual should replace books. Yeah.
As for me, I'm totally different from them. Books.
Who are you first?
I'm Kaara Kennedy from JK Watt University.
Okay.
Books are better than audiovisual, as my say.
Okay. Okay, so you're at Strathmore. What do you do at Strathmore?
I'm doing BBIT.
BBIT?
Yeah.
That's business and...
Business information technology.
Do you use a lot of books?
We are required to use books, but mostly I'm at the computer reading stuff.
Okay.
I do have to read. But I think it's better if everything was just replaced with audiovisuals. Like watching documentaries and stuff. I'd prefer that, generally. Okay, not specifically for me, but generally I think books, you need to be very imaginative most of the time to get the aspect of what is being shown or
the message coming across.
The message, you need to be very imaginative to come up with the whole picture. Most people have that incapability of being that imaginative. Like you read and you actually come up with it. So you have to read many times to actually get what they're trying to tell you. But if you just watch a movie or a documentary or something, you get what is trying to be, as what is being brought out of
in
the
a
whole
shorter
thing.
time.
Yeah, you get easily. It saves time.
Do you feel like asking Kara why would you prefer reading an encyclopedia than a 1-hour movie and finding out the history of, between 1928 and 1958?
I'd be looking for entertainment when I'm watching a movie. But as I read a book, I know this is education, so I focus on education.
It's not just about movies though. Audiovisual could be a source of information of any kind, from entertaining to, how to do a formula on planes or something. Yeah,
a formula on planes is better off written than put on tape, because the person can be wrong as per se. He can put something that he wants to be shown on tape, but the books will be ideas of many people put together. But
I could then be selective and publish the book that I want to sort of put in the things that I need, that I want. Same with a movie or a DVD, an educational program done with audiovisual. Yasmin?
But you get more understanding when looking at something other than reading it for like 3 hours. You can astray, your mind can astray very far.
But the audiovisual originate from the books. If it was not for the books, first grade, you had to write first so that you can know what you are watching.
Yeah. See, these people who are bringing the documentaries and stuff, I think they're just too considerate. Because they read the books. They found how hard it is for someone to understand. So they decided, let me bring out the documentary to make it easy for people who are not geniuses, yeah? You just get things. Then you learn through visual, hearing, and reading, yeah? When you're reading, people have different ways. You can be like listening to something and you get it easily. Or some people have the visual thing, you see a picture and you remember the whole thing. Some actually have to read. See, when you're seeing a documentary, it helps in 2 ways. You see and you listen. So it helps those who actually hear and you're like, yeah, I'm listening and it's good. I'm watching and it's interesting. I actually get to learn something.
You get involved.
So yeah, it helps teaching. 2 people, in 2 different kinds of people.
So it does not wholly replace the books. I'm for books. Because I know, in a class, you're watching, let's say it's a presentation by your lecturer. You're watching the presentation. Your mind will tend to sway off. If he was reading from a book, he was referencing from a book, and you have the book, your mind will not tend to sway as much as it was on a telly, because telly will be like 2 hours. I'm to watch a movie. If it was the movie I was watching, which is better, the book or the movie?
The movie, definitely, because in our school, Strathmore, there are some units that the lecturers bring for us, like audio, like movies, and we tend to understand them more. And the units, the exams that we do, we perform more on the ones that we have seen them, other than the teacher standing there and referencing and telling us in page 1 or something, there's this and this and this. We tend to remember what we've seen more than what we read.
Yeah,
let me ask the question then. Is it more practical to see you know, a guideline in a chapter, watching it, than actually reading in the book? Is it more practical in the sense that your mind sort of then understands the practicality of doing something, like if it was a physics experiment, you know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you prefer to actually see the demonstration than colors in a book, or
trying
you turn and
to
then
read it or something?
To me, first read it.
you'd first read it
Yeah.
and then you'd watch?
Then I'd consider watching, not actually watching, because watching would, if it was in a computer, I'd click on something else other than the episode, the topic I was on. If I have music, I'll play the music, then start reading. My mind is on the music and on the books. They don't go together as we have been brought
I
up.
think you chose the wrong DVD. Get the right one. Okay, let me just ask this then. It's a bit far-fetched. It's a far-fetched question. But has any of us read Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings? No?
There's a movie, I don't read the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're out of this question. What I'm trying to ask is, have you actually read a book and watched the movie?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The book is more detailed than the movie, and I don't see the point of giving me a detailed topic other than a small clip, and I'll understand it more.
But do you get more satisfaction reading the book with all those details? You know, because we're talking about like what, 1,200 pages, and then, you know, an hour of a movie. Is that fair?
Why waste your time? You can
Don't
do
you enjoy
other
the story
things.
more over a longer period because you have to flip through the pages and enjoy?
No.
No?
Let me contribute something small
Okay.
here. With the movies and the books, it helps to some extent. Okay, when you're just watching the movie, you're just watching something that is just actually just entertaining you. But if you read it, like for example, something like Harry Potter or something, you're reading that book, it creates imagination for you. To some extent, yes, you shouldn't get rid of the books, but most people don't read it as in like that, and they get the whole imagination and they bring out the picture the way it is and everything. Not everyone is that creative. So you need to have documentaries on the side or movies and stuff. They should actually replace to some extent.
But as you say, that movie is on the producer's point of view. It is his imagination. It is not your imagination.
You can create your own picture out of it.
But you're watching it.
Can I take it a bit more far-fetched? Let's talk about something that happens on the daily. We have newspapers and we have the news.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer to follow? Do you prefer watching the news on TV or reading the news in the paper?
The news in the paper. It's
News.
got more detail. News is only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes. From 7 to 7:30, from 9 to 9:30, and it's the same thing.
It's not usually the same thing. The 9 news are more detailed, more wider than the...
Okay, I think what I was trying to get at is the fact, have you ever noticed at the end of news, they always say, for more on this story, get the paper.
Yeah.
But haven't they already updated you on your current affairs for that day? Or like, you know, for
It's
tomorrow?
not like as if you're reading for an exam. It saves you time. And you still get to know what's happening like in the country. You don't need to like know in details everything. You just need to know what's happening, as in is it safe to go out? Is it easy to do something like this, like this? You see as in what's happening, you actually get a picture of exactly what's happening. When you're reading the newspaper, you only see just one photo, of which sometimes it's not even very clear. And you read the detail, okay, if you're not very keen on the detail, you can't really make a picture of the real thing, you know,
How
like
it happened.
how it's happening in the streets. But the news, it brings it to you. You see, as in people are running from tear gas, people are being chased by what you actually see the whole picture, and you understand. And it takes very little time.
Without detail.
Would you like to really read about what is happening, like violences or post-election violences or something like that, or see it, how people are killing each other, who is running where?
Which is more traumatizing? Watching or reading?
Watching.
Do you want to be traumatized? I just want to read the
No,
detail.
You want to get a picture
You want to
of
get
what
a
is
picture
happening.
and feel it.
As in reading it will not
emotionally.
make you feel what's exactly happening. Like you're so comfortable in your own house. You don't know what's happening out there. You're reading the newspaper and you're like, oh, people are fighting, people are doing this. You've not seen the actual thing. But when you go and watch news, you see the people, like the drought, the way people are suffering. You know, the pictures in the newspaper, they don't show you anything. Go to the news. See how people really are. You'll feel it, you know. That will make you walk out of that house, go to Nakumat, buy something and donate.
So what happened to you?
It has,
Have you donated anything?
it makes you feel it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're in the process now.
I'm thinking about it.
Good.
Question to you ladies. Which is more romantic? Which is more capturing? A guy writing a letter to you, or himself recording himself through his phone and sending it to you?
I think the sending part, because you see the emotions, like, I love you, baby.
Ah.
Yeah, something like that. It will be nice. You can see in his eyes, like,
Come
if
on
he's
now,
lying.
come on,
Yeah,
come
true.
on.
You can
Tell us the truth. You know you might be giving us tips here.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if it's for singing a song on,
No,
on
see,
whatever
when someone
recording
writes to you,
yeah.
like SMSs you or something, like, oh, darling, I love you and stuff. Some of them send like these madavidavi
Words.
notes. You just
They're
assume
words.
it's been copied from somewhere,
Yeah.
or the person just forwarded it.
What
And
if it's
funny
from the
enough,
heart?
some of them
No.
are forwarded.
What if
Like,
it's from the guy's heart? Forget the forwarding.
how can you tell? You're just reading it. But
He's your
Because-
guy.
he
because-
records it, and you actually see the expression.
It's not on a
Like-
white piece of paper,
You can
first
tell.
of all. Yeah, it's on, let's say your favorite color is pink. It's on a pink paper. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's scented with a nice cologne that I put on, so you know it's me. So I'm there when you're reading it, you can smell me.
Got
somewhere.
a rose.
Yeah, it's been drawn for some nice to love hearts. Am I selling myself short here? See, it's working.
Yeah.
No, it's not
See someone
working.
copying it from the web. Like
Yeah.
you found some.
I'm original, man. I wouldn't do it. Maybe
No,
from a song.
You are
not.
still copying. and
Yeah.
it's not-
Okay. But I'm just saying, it's not gonna be more sentimental, you know, because you're not gonna keep an SMS, but like you could fold that letter and
Memory.
put
No,
it
I can
next to
have
a
it
teddy
in
bear
the
that I
drafts.
bought for you, or something.
Or you can just keep the expression that you saw on that face when you recorded the video. Like,
Yeah.
I'm seeing the video and I can see.
What
the
if he
good,
does
I
a
can
bad
tell.
recording? Yeah.
Bad recording.
What are you going to keep
Reads
there?
from a script. Like you've said, downloaded from
He made
the
the
internet.
effort. I can feel it.
Yeah, he made
He
the
all-
effort.
I made
Right,
the effort
he
to buy
just
you a
forwarded
pink
it
piece
from
of paper that's scented with my cologne.
It's not
Time,
as nice
I
as
took
seeing
time.
it.
I even
Yeah.
used different color pens when I was writing. When it became like shorter calligraphy or
as
something.
nice
But
as
it,
looking.
you might have been copying it from some other
Yeah.
paper and you just writing it down.
Maybe someone wrote it for you. Maybe someone wrote it for
You
you.
know my
But when
handwriting.
maybe someone gave you the words to write it down. But when you say it, when you like say it in video or you sing it, it's nice. It's touching. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
So how many guys then have written you a letter or sang you a song? What's the
Sang me a song,
comparison?
there are many.
Ah, you're lying.
Happy birthday. Still a song.
And you,
And
any
they didn't have to
romantic
write it
stories
down.
about written versus singing?
Maybe just
Hold
the
on,
words.
let's ask him. How many songs have you sung for a girl, or do you just stick to the pens and the
I stick
paper?
to the pens.
Start singing, then I'll be the first one.
Happy birthday to you.
No, thank you.
You don't sing for her? You'll be the first one. Yeah, you'll be taken. Now, what about apparently audio retention is a lot easier than reading. Yeah. It takes you a shorter time to hear something repetitive than it would be to read it 1,000 times. That's just human nature. Does that sort of change your mind about
Not
audiovisual?
wholly, not wholly, but to some extent, backed up by the books. Yeah.
If you don't mind, let's sort of like, would you mind telling Africa like something encouraging about audiovisual, because we're supporting it.
Okay, I'm not saying that like you go for audiovisuals totally, absolutely, like everything, but try it to some extent. When books give you a hard time, you go for documentaries. They help. You get them easily. Yeah.
I think people should use more of audiovisuals than books, because you'll remember more things and you'll be more wider than containing yourself in a book.
Got
For detail, go for books. That's all I have to say.
Yeah?
For detail,
Okay.
go for books.
Hey man, thank you so much guys for joining us. Africa Rising in this debate. Yeah. Africa, what do you think? Write into Africa Rising at xmediakenya.com and tell us whether you think audiovisual is a better source of information than books. I'm just glad that information is getting out there in different varieties. Let's all stop being ignorant. Forget ignorance. The information is there, whichever which way you like it. I think that's going to build a better Africa. Check out our website, www.xmediakenya.com. Look for the hyperlink Africa Rising. Get in touch there as well. We want to thank Palestinas for this lovely interior. I want to thank Ogopa DJs and track masters for the music you've had on today's show. It was good music, yeah, guys?
Yeah,
It was, yeah.
Yeah. And we also want to thank H2O for the water. Thank you so much. And you for watching, a big thank you. I'm Bushushengede. You have been watching Africa Rising. Hold on, we're not done. And you are?
I'm Sapu.
Kara Kennedy.
Yasmin. Moment.
And that is all we have for you today on Africa Rising. Catch us tomorrow.